All right, I'm gonna give you three types of acceptable Negroes in corporate America. Now, this is not indicative of every workplace. This is not indicative of every black male that is in corporate America, but these are the types that they willingly accept when you're in this space. The first is the complete square. Now, working in corporate America is a square job. You are going to be a square if you work there, but the complete square is different because he has no urban uh, way about him. He has the way he carries himself is very square, nerdy, robotic almost. He has no rhythm. He has no swag. He has no slang. He has no urban identity whatsoever. So he's pretty much, in their eyes, he's pretty much uh, 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 an ancillary member of white society. So yeah, a lot of those guys are immigrants in these spaces because, like I said, they don't come from an urban American black background, so they are not in tune with how we move, how we dress, how we walk, how we carry ourselves. So when they come into the corporate spaces, they are willingly accepted because they have no background in urban cities you know what I mean? So I was a square, I am square, but I come from, an urban background. I'm familiar with black Americans. So I have a way that I move. I have a way that I carry myself that they can identify that I'm not a complete square, but I am square enough to hold down this job and do it well. So the complete square is what they willingly accept. He will have less resistance, even though he may face some. He will have less resistance, and he will have probably an easier time in the corporate space. Number two is the effeminate or homosexual black male. He doesn't pose a threat to them, to the white power structure. Like the complete square black male, they look at him as an ancillary member of white society. The effeminate or homosexual black male, they look at him as an ancillary member of the female society. So they don't view him as a threat. He's not going to impede any of their attempts to seduce the women on the job. He's not going to compete for that. He's not really, in their eyes, they don't see him as competition for power. And even if they do, they have a network of white males or the white power structure to, uh, you know, uh, exclude him from that opportunity if need be. But because they don't perceive him as a masculine threat, he is accepted, he is welcome. He will often hold even some senior positions, but he'll often hold, administrative assistant positions and things like that. But they don't view him as a powerful threat to the structure, so they welcome him in. The married black male, they don't see him as a threat, even though sometimes they do. It's more understated. They see him as someone that is somewhat tamed because he's married. He's tied down to one woman. If he cheats or if he does fraternize with some of the women on the job, he can be reprimanded both professionally and personally. They can, instigate certain situations and get him in trouble with his wife if need be. They can spread rumors, things like that. So they know that the black male that's married, he comes with consequences to his behavior, not just in the office, but outside as well. So they don't perceive him as much of a threat, even though he can be, he can exceed expectations. He can become powerful within the company. They see him as like, okay, well, at least he's somewhat a tamed lion. So we can kind of control him. If not in the office, we can control him through his wife. Now, the single black male is the ultimate threat because he has the power to seduce women, get him on his side, get him favorable positions, assignments, and even romantic links with no consequences. And he can also pursue power within the office, and there's no outside force to kind of rein him in or control him things like that. So he is more a liberated spirit, and he is going to be a problem to them. And the third type of black male that is accepted is the black male that is docile, that just doesn't want any power, that just is coming in there to do his job, go home. They see him as someone that is not very ambitious, so they can just let him be on entry-level jobs, or even, promote him one step up, or give him raises every year, and he's just not gonna make any complaints. He's not gonna ruffle any feathers. He's just there to do his job. They don't see much ambition in him. They don't see much promise. And he has a skill set that allows him to do the job, but not one that is going to overtake anybody else. So those, and also I'll give you a fourth one, a bonus one, and that is the minstrel. He is not a threat at all. He doesn't take himself seriously, so they don't take him seriously. He doesn't garner the type of respect that someone in a senior level position would garner. He's too busy trying to entertain and be the court jester of the office, so no one really takes his words seriously. They just look at him as entertainment. They keep him around for that purpose, and he serves that purpose for the most part. And so they don't really take him seriously. If he does get serious, they can remind him of his past goofy or funny gestures that didn't play out right, and they can kind of pull his coat based on that. So those are the type of acceptable Negroes that are welcomed in corporate America. Not saying you can't succeed if you are not one of these types of Negroes, but I'm just saying these are the types that the doors are wide open for. And if you see them on your job, just look out for them and move accordingly. So appreciate you watching, appreciate you listening.